here we go.
On this week's Making the Movie, summer gets serious and a whole lot darker as Batman takes on the pasty-faced freak that is the Joker in the follow-up to 2005's Batman Begins. Join Christian Bale, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Aaron Eckhart, Gary Oldman and director Christopher Nolan as they bring us the exclusive lowdown on The Dark Knight.
It's simple. Kill the Batman.
Fed up with the mundane sequels and superhero retreads that Hollywood has served up so far this summer? No! Well, ripping into that blanket of bland is The Dark Knight, reuniting Christian Bale with director Christopher Nolan, who returned to a crime-ridden Gotham City.
This town deserves a better class of criminals.
Coming up over the next 30 minutes, Christian Bale reveals the comforts of the redesigned Batsuit.
The new Batsuit was so much more comfortable, so much more advanced than the first one. There's like 110 parts to this one. There were 3 to the original.
Gary Oldman on the desire to work with his director.
If you're going to work, then work for Chris Nolan.
And Maggie Gyllenhaal on the pressure of being in this summer's most anticipated movie.
Well, hello, beautiful. You look nervous.
There's this shocking amount of scrutiny, you know, that comes with being in a movie like this that's scary.
But first, after the success of bringing Batman back as a relatable hero in Batman Begins, director Chris Nolan faced the monumental task of creating a sequel to what is regarded as one of the best comic book movies of all time.
I was a little unwilling to do a sequel. I was a little worried about doing a sequel because we'd taken a lot of risks with Batman Begins. We'd done something we felt was quite different and got away with it. People seemed to like it. So there is a part of you that thinks, well, why roll those dice again? But ultimately, you want every film to be a challenge, and the challenge of making a sequel, something I'd never done before, the challenge of trying to build on what we'd done and do something better, you know, that started to appeal to me.
And that appealing nature spilled over to his returning leading man.
I knew with Chris that he wouldn't bother making a sequel if it wasn't going to surpass and improve upon the first one. With the success with Batman Begins, we had that extra confidence in that for this second one, The Dark Knight, that we could push it further and that we could create what people call, you know, a blockbuster movie. Has all the spectacle of that, has the stunts, the explosions and everything. But, you know, none of that means anything if you don't have a great story.
Striking out from the story of the first movie, we meet a very different Bruce Wayne and Batman this time around.
People are dying, Alfred. What would you have me do?
Endure, Master Wayne. Take it. They'll hate you for it, but that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make. The right choice.
In the original, we saw somebody who was trying to attain the power to enact good. He still has the same conflicts within himself, you know, of the demonic side, the shadow side. And he strikes fear, and he uses his own fear against his opponents. He has a propensity for violence. He has a great deal of rage. It's something which he uses and channels into this creature of the Batman that he creates, but also something that he has to really rein in because he wants to stay true to the altruism that his parents had, and he wants to effect change for the good.
Unshackled from the origins, Nolan has added Aaron Eckhart's district attorney Harvey Dent.
I knew the risk when I took this job, Lieutenant.
Maggie Gyllenhaal takes over as love interest Rachel Dawes.
You can't ask me to wait for that.
And Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman and Gary Oldman's good cop Lieutenant James Gordon all return. But it's the arrival of one of cinema's most iconic villains that raises the stakes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
The Joker is bent on holding up a mirror to Gotham society and showing this hypocrisy. Is uncompromising. You know, he deals in chaos and anarchy and destruction, and that's it. And that's all that he wishes for, even if that means his own self-destruction.
Now there's a Batman.
how do you beat somebody who is happy for themselves to die?
Oh, you want to play? Come on.
I really just got hooked by the notion of wanting to see the Joker in this telling, in this environment. The tease at the end of Batman Begins, which we really only had there, you know, as an exciting thing for the end of that movie.
Here's my card.
I got hooked by that tease, that notion of, okay, we've established a more real telling of Batman's story, a grittier, you know, more real-world view of it. Who would the Joker be in that?
So what are you proposing? It's simple. Kill the Batman.
And donning the legendary makeup was Heath Ledger, who died earlier this year at just 28, and for whom the Joker represents his last completed work.
I met with Heath, and we were very much on the same page in terms of what it would need to be. Had to be very different from what had been done before. It had to be less comedic. It had to be threatening, genuinely frightening. No! And it had to be based on the reality of a force of pure anarchy. Somebody who stands purely for chaos, somebody who simply wants to tear down the world around him. Heath completely got that and had this quality of fearlessness. He could do it, he knew he could do it, and told me as much, and that was enough for me.
While the Joker wreaks chaos and fear, Bruce Wayne is seeking as normal life as possible, but finds himself needed more than ever as Batman, who alongside Harvey Dent and Lieutenant Gordon form an allegiance in order to fight crime in Gotham City.
If I get him to you, can you get him to talk? I'll get him to sing.
In this one, what we have is somebody who is looking for a way out. He doesn't want to be Batman forever. The more time he spends on the Batman creature, the more that Bruce Wayne's life suffers.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
Well, you do, sir.
Well, can't afford to know him.
And what's going to happen on the day that you find out?
We all know how much you like to say, I told you so.
On that day, Master Wayne, even I won't want to. Probably.
He's looking to somebody to help him get out of this, and he sees that potential in Harvey Dent.
We're going after the mob's life savings. Things will get ugly.
I knew the risk when I took this job, Lieutenant.
Gotham City is in the midst of a huge crime wave. The citizenry is afraid to go out in the streets. Harvey Dent is basically the man who's going to stand up and fight crime in Gotham City.
They're all